Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning from San Francisco. Um, my name is Owsley Brown, and it's a great pleasure to be with you all. I am told there are a lot of us together. I think we're about 700 almost, and from all over the world. So hello, world. I've been invited to lead you all through a very short meditation practice, which is a great pleasure. And it's impressive to me to think of UVA convening in this fashion. I know more and more this is happening in the world, but nonetheless, it's impressive to think of UVA getting us all together. So go UVA, and thank you to the Contemplative Sciences Center, which is how I connect up with all of you today. So I thought that I would give just sort of a brief little introduction, and then we'll go ahead and have a little meditation practice together. The practice that I want to lean on is, for those of you that follow all the meditation techniques and histories, is the well-known shamatha practice. But I want to add a word for those of you that are less familiar with the meditation tradition that I think speaks to the spirit of this very ancient tradition of shamatha practice, which I'm going to call allowing practice. So maybe that's a word that is helpful during the meditation itself. And the idea behind that is that we are hopefully going to, through sort of the structure of a session, let's call it a meditation session. And I'd love to leave you all, particularly those of you that aren't regular meditators, with the idea that we can declare meditation sessions as such. And it's a very powerful way to relate to meditation practice. And so today we'll have a session, a short session, with a beginning, a middle, and an end. To do this, there are techniques that have worked well for a long time, which include relating to our body. And so if we could, let's see, hopefully you all are in a position where you might be able to sit upright, as I am. But otherwise, the point is really to connect with our bodies. As a sort of the home, as it were, to the practice itself, and then also to connect with our intention, and in this case, to try to sort of fuse the two. So what we're going for now is a kind of a setup for what will be the main practice. So if you could kind of sit up straight, if that's possible, and if you're lying down, try to just allow yourself to sort of inhabit your body. You can follow my lead with my voice if you, of course, as I lead the meditation. Feel free to have your eyes either open or closed, but if you want to leave them open, let's have a sort of soft gaze, not looking at anything in particular, but just being open. And that's actually very much connected with the practice. The whole idea is to be very open to what's happening. And let's now connect with our breath. So a big breath in and a big breath out. And let's take one more big breath in and another breath out. And now, if you will, just allow yourself to notice your breathing. Feel your breath in your body. And the next step we'll take is to sort of allow experience itself, whatever we're feeling in our bodies or thoughts we might be having, feelings we may be having, allow those experiences to occur while we use our breath to anchor us in the present tense, to anchor us in the here and now. And the idea here is oh, let's say maybe 60% of our attention is on our breathing, more or less, and the balance can be the part of our experience which we're just allowing to happen. Balance of our attention can be to what we're experiencing. Continue to check in with your breathing and notice how it can anchor you to the here and now. And as we can begin to conclude the session, notice how you're feeling in your body. And we'll conclude this actual time today by just proposing to each other, to ourselves, that we have access to this at any point in time. And the session, which we've now will end the session, is a very powerful tool to check in with ourselves and to remind ourselves that we can really, through our kind of strong hearts, sort of be able to connect up with what's happening within ourselves. And with that said, I know it's quite a time in the world, and I find it, speaking of heartening, very heartening to be with all of you all. I know I can't see you, but hello to each of you, and hopefully we'll find a time to meet up again, maybe through the Contemplative Sciences Center. And certainly I want to thank again UVA and CSC for their incredible work. It's really inspiring. Keep going, gang. We need you. And count me in to be with all of you any way I can be on this really important journey and this important territory. And I think that takes us to the top of the hour and maybe concludes my part of the session. And can I turn it over to you, David?
Yes, Owsley. I'm just going to fill in inadequately for President Ryan, who was called away at the last moment. And I just wanted to say thank you to Owsley Brown, who's a native son of Louisville, Kentucky, an alum of the University of Virginia, and currently transplanted in San Francisco. And over the last decade, Owsley has been really one of the most innovative and passionate leaders of helping University of Virginia kind of get deeply involved in these issues of student flourishing and contemplation. He's been the pioneer behind our Compassionate Schools project, which has developed this innovative curriculum for K through 12 students in Louisville, Kentucky, and now in Charlottesville, Virginia, and hopefully elsewhere. So it's been really inspiring to work with Owsley over the last decade. And I just wanted to give him a deep note of gratitude, both for today, but also for all the years of dedication in service of this cause. Thank you, everybody.